Healthy at Home with Bobbi Janzen.
I don't know about you, but I could sure use a raise. We could all use a raise. Exercise helps to raise and elevate mood. And today we're going to be actually focusing on exercises that involve raising the arms, and we're getting that hopefully heart rate up as well. So what we've got for you today is a warm-up, followed by a section of exercises to build strength, a cool down to relax the body and stretch it out. Now, it also helps to release tension. What I want you to keep in mind as we move forward here is lots of times we hold tension in our shoulders, our neck, our upper back. So I want you to focus on thinking of relaxing into those muscles. We want to release that tension, and it doesn't happen overnight. It's going to happen with time. Now, for every exercise we do, we're going to provide a seated option, but today we are doing everything seated. That being said, it's pretty portable. I have been known to exercise at the office, on the airplane, anywhere I go. So exercise can be portable, so can your stretches, so keep that in mind. Now, what I want you to do is make sure you have a nice open space. I've got a mat with me today. You can put on shoes or be barefoot, whatever is most comfortable for you. I do have some dumbbells here because these front raises, side raises, and hammer curls can be done with dumbbells. So I'm seated. You can join me in a chair, sitting on the floor. The purpose of a warm-up is to prepare the body for exercise, get the blood flowing. So we're gonna get comfortable and get moving. We're going to start. You can place your hands on your lap. You can have them by your sides. I want you to be comfortable. Slide those shoulders down your back, sitting up nice and tall. And we are going to simply tilt our chin towards our chest. So I'm going to nod my head down, bringing my chin towards my chest, getting a nice stretch in the back of the neck. Bring it back up to your starting or what we'd call neutral position. And we're going to continue with this movement. Now, keep breathing. If we hold our breath, that does not help anything. The only time you should be holding your breath is underwater. Nodding that chin back down to your chest. Bringing that head back up. Now you can hold this as well if you want a greater stretch. Never force the movement. Bringing it back up. I'm going to do this about 3 more times. Simply because it feels good, and we're going to be working that upper body, so I want to take all that tension out. I've got 2 more. Chin to chest, keeping those shoulders down. Back up with that head facing forward. 1 more time. And back up. So you can keep your hands on your lap. I'm going to let my arms relax down by my sides here. Now, as we do this, sometimes our posture goes to garbage. So I want you to think of sitting nice and tall, like you're a stack of blocks, stack of Legos. Your head is in line with that spine. And we're gonna breathe and move. Inhale, bring those shoulders up towards your ears. So squeeze them up like they're a shrug. Exhale them down. We're getting a stretch. Inhale and back up towards those ears. Try and keep the tension out of the neck and back down. Now you may feel your core activating here. Bring them up, and that means tightening up a bit for the movement to keep you nice and stable. We want that. Bring them up. If you want to hold it here for a second, by all means, slide them back down. Those feel good. We're going to go for about 4 more of these. Back up. I don't know about you, but I hold a lot of tension in those shoulders. This is a great way, up again and back down, to get rid of it. This can be done absolutely anywhere, and we have 2 left. This is the part of your workout that you can truly enjoy. And last one. And let it go. You can shake out those arms if you want. We're going to get that blood moving a little bit more. So I have super long arms, so if this one is done for me sitting on the floor, I find I hit my hands on the floor, so sitting in this chair works excellent for me, or standing. So my palms are facing inward, arms are relaxed. Think of that core being engaged. So if I were to come up and poke you in the belly, tightens up a little bit. Okay, so we want you to try and stabilize yourself without bringing those shoulders up into those ears. And you're gonna swing your arms. So you're gonna take a big breath in, swing them up overhead. Exhale, let them swing down. So we're gonna keep doing this with some momentum here. Up. You can do this as fast or as slow as you want. I'm gonna speed it up just a bit because it feels good in the shoulders. And up. I'm lowering them on the exhale so you can follow along, listening to my breath. Keep that core in mind. Let's do one more. All right, you can shake out those arms, wiggle that upper body a bit. Now, you might feel that your temperature is going up a bit, which is good. We're prepping that body, like I said. So now we're gonna go into some arm circles, letting those arms hang down at your sides. Inhale them back up to the sky. Exhale, bring them around into big circles. We're gonna do a few of these. Inhale up to the sky, fingertips pointing up. Exhale, down, around, back to that neutral hanging position. Inhale up. Exhale, down. We're gonna do two more. Big circles. One more. Let it go. Now, the beauty of that is you can control the size of your circles depending on your shoulder mobility. So, join me for the exercises in a minute.
Get ready to exercise healthy at home with Bobbi Janzen. We'll be right back. Let's exercise healthy at home with Bobbi Janzen is back.
Now remember how I said every exercise has a seated option. Everything we do today can be done seated. If you're more comfortable standing, by all means. Now you have some options, and I love options. Everything from wardrobe to what I eat during the day. You get options when you exercise. What we have here, I have dumbbells to my left on the floor. You can use dumbbells if you're comfortable using those. You can use soup cans if you wish. I'm simply going to demonstrate this using my body. So I am seated in a nice comfortable position, but I'm nice and tall. Just like we did in the warm-up, you kind of do a head to toe checklist where your spine is in line, your chin isn't way out, you bring it back into line like that stack of blocks. Let's just bring our arms down to our sides. Let them relax. We're gonna cue our core. So think of bringing your belly button in and up, just tightening up that core. You still need to be able to breathe. This first exercise fits into that theme of raises. So we're gonna do a front raise. Now I'm gonna turn my hands so that my palms face behind me. My arms are still hanging down. I'm going to make fists. This is where you can grab those soup cans, water bottles, or your dumbbells. Now it's very important as we do this exercise that your shoulders don't move with you. They're nice and relaxed. I call it putting them in their pockets. It's just a relaxed cue. So we're gonna inhale, bring your arms straight up in front of you, out of the shoulder joint, no higher. Exhale and back down. Now you might feel how your core wants to move. Inhale back up. So inhale on the raise, exhale on the lower. We're gonna do 8 of these. Bringing it up, this is the third. And lower. Now, if this is easy, you're too relaxed. So think of making those fists as you rise up and those arms being strong, strong, strong. Exhaling it down. I'm breathing nice and loud. Hopefully you're breathing with me. Bringing those arms up. What's going on with your shoulders? What's going on with your neck? Down. And when I really enjoy an exercise, I lose count. So we've got one more. And relax it down. You can shake out those shoulders if you're holding lots of tension. We've got 2 more sets. It's very important to do exercises in reps and sets to build strength. So once you're ready, reset that posture. So make sure you're nice and tall, shoulders down the back, and let's do these raises again. Inhaling them up, no higher than shoulder height. Exhale them down. Now, if you feel any pinching, you don't want to go to that point. So don't raise them quite as high. Bringing them up. Now this helps with a nice, strong upper body. Inhale, raise it up. Exhale, lower it down, which helps us move in everyday life. Let's go for 3 more. So for me, my arms are used with my cane, my guide dog. Up, lower down, keeping that core in check. 1 more. And lower. We can shake it out. Now, if it's too easy and you want to pick up those soup cans, pick up those weights, you're more than welcome to. All right, so we have to reset every time because usually everything kind of gets a little bit out of whack. Shoulders down, especially for me, I don't have the greatest posture. It's something I'm working on. All right, so I'm gonna give my fingers a wiggle because I'm not holding weights. Here we go, reset, nice strong arms. Your elbows are not locked, so they're not forced, but they're strong. Inhale them straight up out of those shoulders. It looks like I'm punching forward like a superhero. And down, that's the motion I really feel my core kick in. Straight out. Up and back down. Where are you holding any additional tension? Kind of just do a check-in. Let's go for 2 more. And last one. So you can put your weights down if you wish, take a break. I'm shaking out the fingers, the arms, just doing a whole wiggle here because I do hold a lot of tension. I notice that when I sit at my desk. So these can actually even be done at your desk. We're gonna do that same exercise, but not exactly. We're gonna raise the arms out to the side. So I'm gonna bring my arms hanging at the sides here. For me to be seated on the floor, my fingertips really drag, so sitting up nice and tall is helpful for me. I'm gonna make fists or grab my soup cans or my weights, and I'm going to inhale those arms straight out into a T position, no higher than shoulder height, and back down to your sides. Okay, watch the shoulders don't change huge position or your core, and back down. So as I breathe in, that's about the speed you're going out to the side. Exhale and back down. Okay, so that's about the tempo you want. We're halfway done this set. To the sides and back up. And I don't know if you notice, one arm is usually stronger than the other. For me, my right arm is stronger. So we want to try and stay balanced. 2 more. Can this be done one arm at a time? Yes, it can. Last one. And bring it back down. It definitely can. So if you need to strengthen one side, we always do both, but you have issues with balance, you can just work on one side at a time. We're going in for a second set. I've got nice sweaty hands here, so I'm gonna wipe off my hands, arms hang down to the sides, checking that posture, chin's in line with the spine. We like to stick it out forward slightly. So I'm gonna inhale those arms straight out to the side like a T, and my arms are probably different heights because my one arm is more flexible and one arm is stronger. Inhale out, exhale down. What's your core doing? I hope it's nice and tight. Up for 4, that's halfway through. And 5, out to the sides. 6, straight out. 2 more. And down, and your very last one. And this is where you can kind of relax that posture a slight bit while you reset. If you are not going the same speed as me, do not panic. You want to make it harder? You can elevate one leg, you can elevate two, but make sure your balance is in check and you can withhold or sustain that position. So I am going to just to kick it up a little bit. I'm going to just raise my right leg, and I'm doing that using my core. You do not have to. And I'm doing this from a seated position. Inhale those arms up. Exhale them down. Three, and down. 4 out to the side and down. And just because I'm going to switch feet, so I'm setting my right foot down, picking up the left, using my belly to do so. 5 out and down. And down. 2 more. Out to the side and down. 1 more. And down. Okay, wiggle it out. You have 1 final set. We do these sets and reps to build the strength. Okay, if it's getting to be too much, you can take a break. Here we go. Out to the side and down. Out to the side and down. How's that posture? Out and down. And we're going to go for 3 more. 3, down. You should feel this in your upper back too. And down. I'm starting to feel it in my shoulders and my back, but it's not painful. Out and down. Exercise should not be painful. We can have some discomfort, but not pain. If there's pain, check your posture, drop the weight. We never want you to be in a position that's pain. I don't always love all the exercises I do, but they should not cause me to feel awful. We're going to do an overhead press. So it's raising the arms up. So we're going to let them hang and we'll reset here. Belly is nice and strong. Chin is into the chest. Raise your arms straight up to the side, straight up to the sky. Now I want you to think of being a goalpost or a cactus. I'm going to bend the elbows. My arms are coming out to the side. My elbows are in line with my shoulders. Okay, like 2 L's or the bottom side of a square. You can use weights for this or not. Your hands can be palms facing forward or your hands made into fists. Now, I'm going to inhale those arms straight up to the sky. Reaching up above head, keeping that core tight. Now I'm going to pull down to that original position. My arms in that goalpost or cactus position. And up. And down. The big one here is the neck and the core. Often we move our head with this position. 3 and down. You want to keep it in a neutral spot. And if we let our core go, we don't have the control. So make sure you're nice and stable. We are halfway done this set. And 5 and up. Now, you may notice that I'm quite imbalanced in this. I had years ago tore my shoulder, and it was quite a fantastic event. So it's taken me years to kind of rehab it back to that goalpost. And this is one of the exercises that helps. And we got 2 more. You don't ever want me to lose count during burpees, trust me. And last one, reach up, tight core, and back down. All right, so if you were using weights and this is starting to get really tight up here, put them down. Reset, set 2. Okay, arms are at the sides, bring them straight up to the sky. Now I'm bringing those elbows out like goalposts. And up. Now I'm feeling this in my belly. I don't know about you. Now I've just looked up at my hands and down. If you want to do that to check whether they are aligning or if that feels good, go ahead, just reset your head back. This is more of a natural thing for me to look upwards. It's like when I look in the mirror to put mascara on, I can't see it. And back down, it is habit. 5 and down. 6 up and back to that goalpost. 2 more. Up and down. All right, shaking it out, and you got 1 more set. Now, the fact that these can be done anywhere, when we say we don't have time to take care of ourselves, guess what? this is a fairly portable exercise. So, arms up, here we go, last set. As I swing those arms up, my belly likes to kind of let go, so I want to reset that core, or make sure your chair's in a stable position, down, or you're standing nice and tall. Don't let that posture change. Up. Reach up, bringing it back down. Let's go for 4 more. Up, 4, and reach. 3, up, 2, and you've got one more in you, I know. Down, and let's let it go. Whew, shake it out. Try to do one more set, and I'll be back.
Keep moving. Healthy at Home with Bobbi Janzen will be right back. Back to the exercises on Healthy at Home with Bobbi Janzen.
So we are going to step it up a notch further. Now, as you noticed, I was cueing the core, letting you know that you need to keep that belly nice and tight. This comes with time and with work and practice. I'm going to do this seated. This can be done on the floor. So when I'm seated in the chair, I want to make sure I'm nice and anchored, meaning I'm not all going to slide off my stool or my chair. Yeah, I've got lots of room. I'm good. This can be done with a weight or without. I'm going to take my arms straight out in front of me. I'm going to interlace my fingers. Now my shoulders just way up into my ears. I'm going to relax that down. Since this is all about the core, this is what you are working. So we're going to start in this upright position. My feet are nice and flat. And now I'm going to twist the torso. Everything is coming with me to the right. My arms, my head, my neck, my hips, and everything stay where they are. And back to center. Did you quit breathing? I just did. And to the left, think of using your core to do the movement. And center. This is going to depend on your mobility. Okay? To the right. And back. You might get a really nice stretch here. To the left. And back. We got 2 more to each side. Using that core. If you don't go as far as I'm going, that's fine. Remember, no pain. Somebody said to me, well, it's no pain, no gain, right? No. To the right and center. And then I'm going to give you some options. 1 more to the left and center. Whew. Okay, so if that is good, you can stay with that. If you're feeling it, I'm getting a little warm. If you want more, you have to do this with caution. I'm going to lean back just slightly, using my core to support me. You don't want to fall off or fall backwards. So sometimes when I'm on the floor, I lean too far back, I end up on my back. You don't want that. To kick it up another level, you can lift 1 foot or 2, or keep them nice and anchored. Okay, so we want you to be comfortable yet working. So taking those arms out to the side, bringing them in front of you, interlacing your fingers. Now I'm going to bring my elbows, I'm going to bend them a little bit and bring my hands closer towards my chest. This is going to give me a little bit more in the core. I'm going to go to the right, body follows, hips stay still, and center. Left and center. Let your neck relax, right, because you want it to follow. And center. And right, you can use what's called a medicine ball for this. Or one of my favorites, which is called a slam ball, and center. We've got 2 more to each side. Now, if you're feeling this in your back, your core has let go. Right for the last time, and that means you have to reset. And left for the last time. All right, you got 1 more set of these. I'm just gonna reset, make sure my posture is good. I'm coming up onto the balls of my feet this time. Okay, bringing those arms out, interlacing the fingers. I'm bending my elbows again because I want a little bit more. Nice and tight through that core, like I've come and poked you in the belly button. Now I'm gonna go to the right, head follows. And center, left. These are like working the sides of your abdominals. And center, this helps us with our posture It helps support our spine, left and center, right and center, and center. And you've got one more each side for good measure. Good job. So I'm going to shake it all out here. That's what feels good for me. And we're going to take you into one more for the arms, into a bicep curl. But this time we're basically in a thumbs up motion. So arms are at your sides. You're going to make gentle fists. Arms are nice and tight. So when I say thumbs up, that's what's going to be pointing to the sky. So you're going to bend at the elbows, curling the arms up. Elbows stay close to your sides, and relax those arms back down. Bring it in. So if I squeeze my muscles, I can get a pretty good workout with using no weights. So it's kind of like I'm coming up and I'm going to give you a thumbs up, and I'm going to bring it back down to the sides. So my palms are always kind of facing in, even though I'm making fists. So I'm bending at those elbows. I'm keeping my arms nice and close. In and down. And who doesn't love fabulous looking arms? We need them for strength, we need them for movement, and it's okay if they look good too. 3 more. 2 and 1. Excellent. So there is your bicep curl. So a hammer curl essentially is what it's called, working the upper portion of your arm, which I find I need for an awful lot of things, especially picking up my 3-year-old grandson. All right, so we're going to do that again because sets and reps are important. Setting up, arms are at your sides, palms facing in, making fists or holding those weights, bending the elbows. So think of almost coming to 90 degrees and down, or within your mobility. Bring them up and back down. Imagine making a muscle. We are suddenly becoming Arnold Schwarzenegger. We are now halfway as we bring it up and down. 4, down, 3, 2, and 1 more. And release. I'm going to just pick it up a notch, and I'm going to demonstrate this with the dumbbells. Now, if you are using soup cans, make sure it's the same kind. That's just very important. I've also used water bottles filled with sand. So it's the same motion. Okay, so I'm nice and tall, activating that core. My posture is like that stack of Legos, not like a stack of Jengas that you've pulled a block out of. Shoulders are down the back, and actually I find the dumbbells helps with that. It brings my shoulders into a good position. So squeezing those arm muscles, squeezing that core. I'm going to bend my elbows and down and up, down, 3, down. You're almost there. Down. 4. Watch you don't swing those arms. 3, 2. You got 1 more. 1. Good job. So we'll be back and you can join me for the cool down.
Keep moving. Healthy at Home with Bobbi Janzen. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Healthy at Home with Bobbi Janzen.
Now, I was speaking about how exercise can actually raise your mood. Part of that is bringing down our stress levels. So while we're in the cool down portion, we're going to bring down a way to bring down our emotions as well as cool down the body. So this is a tip that I use for anytime I feel stressed, and I've actually even apparently taught this to my grandson. I wrote an exam the other day and I must have come out looking a little stressed, and he grabbed me by the cheeks, my face, and said, "Nanny, breathe." So I'm going to get you to breathe with me. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in. We're sitting nice and tall. Fill those lungs, hold it for 2 seconds, And now I'm going to breathe out through my lips. Just let it all out. So it's in through the nose, out through the lips with a 2-second pause. Hold for 2, 1. Let it go out your lips. Now imagine all the stress leaving your body. It's a really good feeling, and you can do that anywhere at any time. Who cares if you're breathing loud? So now we're going to incorporate that breath into cooling down that body. We're going to start off with what I like to call the bird stretch. So I'm sitting nice and tall. My arms are just going to come down to my sides, palms facing inwards. Now I'm going to raise my arms straight out in front of me, palms facing each other. Now, as you raise those arms, you're going to feel that core. You want to try and keep that nice and tight, shoulders down. And we're going to work with the breath. Think of the wings of a bird. Inhale and open your arms, nice big stretch. Exhale to close. This should feel good. Inhale and open, stretching out the chest, the back, and exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale to close. Inhale to open. Big stretch. Exhale to close. Let's go for one more because I really, really like this one. Inhale and open. Feeling that stretch in the shoulders. Exhale and close. Let those arms go. So this next one is going to be a little bit like I want to say snow angel. It's going to be the upper body portion of a snow angel. We're stretching up the upper back, raising those arms up, raising that mood up. So let's let the arms hang down at your sides. Inhale up. Exhale, open out those arms to the side, drop them down. Inhale up. Exhale, open, let them drop down. And we're going to go for one more. Inhale up. Exhale, open to the side and down like that upper part of a snow angel. So everybody stay moving, stay motivated, and stay right here for some more healthy tips.
Healthy at Home with Bobbi Janzen will be right back. We're back with health and wellness tips on Healthy at Home with Bobbi Janzen.
I'm here with Patricia Barclay, who is a home alignment practitioner. Did I get that right, Patricia?
You did.
Okay. And I find this so interesting because, well, with the show being Healthy at Home, our home is part of us being healthy. Can you tell me a little bit about what you do and how that rings true?
Yes, I can. Your home is an extension of you. And so you would treat your home just like you would treat your body. And so it is of great value to create your home to be a place that reflects your own needs on all levels of your being, your physical needs, your emotional needs, mental and spiritual and social, and all the other areas of your life.
I don't think I've ever really looked at my house in quite that way. So we're standing in your space. Can you tell me a little bit about describe what your space maybe was like before and what it's like now, so how you've transformed your own space?
Yeah. You know, you're always drawn to where you need to live. That's the first thing. So pay attention to that space that actually pulls at you and says, this is where I should be. And that's what happened to us here. And this home has been, I mean, we don't change the 4 levels, but we've changed just about everything about it. But when we lived here, moved in, this is when I heard my husband say, I finally feel like I'm at home. And I saw my children change, and a lot of things happened for us when we moved in here. We've created our space to be in the alignment part to how we are living and being in our own life. And what that means is we pay attention to how we feel, to the experiences we have that move us to or prompt us to bring something into our home or let something go out of our home, and to design it with conscious intention.
So it doesn't have to be just the way you walked into it.
No,
you can make it to be who you are.
I highly recommend it. One of the most important things to do is make your home the way you need to use it for your own well-being. And that can look different than somebody else's, and it should look different than somebody else's, and it should work for you.
So what did your home look like before? I believe we're standing in what may have used to be your living room. So you can tell me a little bit how that changed?
Yeah.
What changes you made? It feels so nice and open to me. The sound is open and it feels open, so I'd love to hear more.
Yeah, this room that is now our dining room used to be our living room. And our living room used to be a place where our kitchen was very confined, and as our children grew and the more teenagers came into the picture, you just need a bit more space, right?
Yeah.
It's important to go with your life events. Like as your life grows and changes, so too will your home, just for your own needs. But the other room that wasn't our living room that is now used to be like it was the family room, but it became more or less a drop zone instead of a family room. And that's when we realized we weren't even using that room to its full potential. So our family room got moved downstairs, we moved the living room over there, and this became the dining room. We opened this wall between our kitchen and our dining room about 3 feet. And this was a key experience for the design and the shift that happened in this floor when we opened this wall. And when you make changes in your home, sometimes you'll feel something palpable and you'll go, oh, that feels really good. What just happened there? And because I do what I do and explore spaces more deeply, it was a lot about nurturing. Part of the message was that we had to nurture ourselves more. We had to nurture different areas of our life at that time, and we had to learn how to nurture our relationships. And I think that's a piece that a lot of people want when they are creating their spaces, to have places where they can invite other people over. And they want to have that place to invite friends over, have family over, because that connection is very healing to our own heart and soul. And that is also an aspect that creates a healthy home.
I love this. And I know you and I were talking just a little bit earlier about space for grandchildren. I'm also a grandma, and just this open feeling of not being confined. Having that space to run, that room literally to grow, must make such a difference as your family changes and expands. So it doesn't have to be knocking out of walls, though, does it?
No, it doesn't. You can do simple things like the color of paint, the objects that you bring into your space. This is a key component to conscious design. And it's knowing how you want to use a room, what that room means to you, what area of your life it's representing, and how you're going to use it to support you in that, all those things. So the objects, the colors, the shapes, even the placement of things, the functionality are all the factors that you can, well, some of the factors that you can take into consideration. And it's lots of fun because you can change a can of paint, or you can put up wallpaper that's fairly cost effective. It's not like you have to, like you said, knock out walls or redo
I might
a whole
want to, though.
thing.
It sounds a little bit fun.
It happens. You also see what you're using and what you're not using. That's a really key part. The editing component to our spaces is a lifestyle that I highly like to educate people on.
That's a good term. That makes it seem, to me, a little less scary, maybe?
Yeah.
Change, I don't know about for everybody, but for me, change is frightening.
Yeah.
So when I move things, well, I need to know, due to my vision loss, where things are located. So change is scary, but also just maybe I get comfortable in routine. And maybe that's something that needs looking at. But you're talking about colors. Now, what if I don't see color? How can I still use it? I still have a favorite color. I still have colors that resonate with me. How would I use colors if I can't see them?
Well, I would say the name of the color, blue, and just say it to see how does the sound of it feel in my body.
Happy.
Okay.
Blue is probably my favorite color. You picked definitely the right one that resonates with me. But I never thought of it that way.
Listen to the sound of the color. It can inform you as well. Your body is smart. It knows how to sense things on other levels, and that's part of what conscious design is about as well. so that you experience things more than just seeing them, but feeling them.
I like that. So functionality is something else you mentioned. So would you take each individual's, so for me, I do need more space. I do need more, or I'm hitting things with my cane or my dog or my, so is that something you're able to incorporate or show someone how to incorporate so they can either get around more with greater ease or efficiency too?
You bet, yes.
Okay.
We look at all of that because life changes, right? Lots of my clients have gone through challenges in their life. And so making adjustments, whether they're like that or something else, is a big part of the work, and to make it fit your life now. So functionality, adjustments, they kind of go together. And you get creative, and both as client and practitioner, it's amazing what comes up forward.
Pets. Now I have a retired guide dog at my house, and we also have, I like to call him our rambunctious Labrador. Do you take those types of things into consideration too, or how can you make your space fit all of your family? Because I consider them part of my family.
Oh yeah, for sure. Pets are a big part. Right now our cat lives outside, but accommodation for pets is a key piece as well. Like you say, they're part of your family. Absolutely. And everybody works differently with their pets. So it's a conversation, it's a look at your space. It's like, what do you need? What do you want? And those are two really important questions, because lots of times people don't know what they want or know what they need. Or they know what they need, but there's sometimes a creative aspect to all of that. So pets, we look at durability, we look at different locations within the home that they get to live. Pets are great informants also of the health of your home. Oh. So that's another key part that I look at when I'm in people's homes.
I never even thought of it going in that direction too. What if I am lost and I want to start with just one simple thing? Where would you suggest that someone maybe start that's not overwhelming, if they don't really know where to begin and they just want to start small?
Find a drawer in your kitchen. There's always a drawer in your kitchen that needs editing, refinement. And, you know, I would say if you have one cupboard, I started in my kitchen pantry, and that opened up a whole new world for me.
So to start simple and start with something that might be less daunting.
Yes.
And then they can expand from there into the world of colors and
pet
friendliness and all of that.
I remember one client started with a sock drawer, and that was enough to help them have a huge shift in their well-being.
I think my sock drawer definitely needs some TLC. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much, Patricia. This has been fascinating and I've learned so much. Thank you for sharing your time and your space.
Thank you so much.
Produced by Honeycut Studios. Host, Bobbi Janzen. Narrator, Charlene Young. Accessibility Consultant, Sierra Roth. Special thanks to Energy Design Interiors. Integrated Described Video Consultant, M. Williams. Content Development Specialist, Jim Crisco. Supervising Producer, Jennifer Johnson. Manager, Programming, Lisanne Gagne. Director, Content Development and Production, Kara Nye. VP, Content Development and Operations, John Melville. President and CEO, David Arrington. Copyright 2023, Accessible Media, Inc.
An AMI original production.